In China, brides would wear red on their wedding day or walk down a red carpet to bring them good luck or good fortune on their special day. In China, brides would wear red on their wedding day or walk down a red carpet to bring them good luck or good fortune on their special day. In China, brides would wear red on their wedding day or walk down a red carpet to bring them good luck or good fortune on their special day. In China, brides would wear red on their wedding day or walk down.
All right, let's look at what we got here for scenes 3 and 4.
Good luck or good fortune on their special day. In China, brides would wear red on their wedding day or walk down a red carpet to bring them good luck.
This is pretty good, Monet. Maybe at the beginning, it's just the dress during this part, and then we see the people starting here. It's kind of weird to have them and then have them back them up and then bring them back forward. And so maybe it's just the dress at first, then maybe it's the dress, and then you sort of go pan down to this. The people, I think it's okay to move them slowly along, but I would just separate out their eyes so that they could be blinking during this. That would help get this next level. The particles for the confetti, that's a nice touch. Don't have them stop at the end. Still have them still moving when you transition to the next scene, which is this.
Red also represents the blood of Christ in Christianity. Red also represents the blood of Christ in Christianity. Red.
Yeah, I think the drips could go slower. Yeah, and then in this scene, you could just be zooming in on this. So the easiest way is to pre-compose the whole thing and then slowly scale up over the duration of the scene. That would sort of do it. You could also grow this splotch here. We did that previously. We did that on Nick's project with, it was like bug juice and a, yeah.
I had to find that video again, but I actually managed to pull it off. I remember finding the video.
Okay, great. And so here, I mean, if this is after this, yeah, you could just wipe from here to there. I would discourage the clock wipe. It's just kind of cheesy. Maybe you just have the people slide over, and then we see the cross, and we're slowly zooming in on the cross. Yes, just to give this, the drips could go slower. They seem to go very fast. Like if you could have them slowly scale and then drip down. And if the more you would put on there, the better this would be as far as more of an interesting, bit of motion here. Here's Nick's scene 3.
Crimson symbolizes power and danger, but also happiness and celebration.
For that blue scene, I'm actually changing it. I tried to figure out how I wanted them to go up.
Okay, and you also realize this scene is 24 seconds long.
Yeah, I'm actually cutting that now.
Yeah, I mean the.
That's what I submitted what I could for today, so I can see what I can cut down.
Yeah, I would just do maybe just one balloon, right? And just focus on getting the motion of the balloon.
That's what I'm just messing around to see what I can do with it, if it doesn't make time to try.
Did you make this in Cinema 4D?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a cylinder?
I took a cylinder and flattened it down.
Did you flatten it down to like 0?
No, I tried to flatten it down, but it's I think the color blended. I blended the red. I'm trying to fix that, but
Okay, so two things I would write down. Turn up the rotational subdivisions on the cylinder so that it's rounder, right? By like, until it looks round, because it looks, by default it's 16 and you can tell it's not round. And yeah, I would make it a little bit thicker. And then this background should be one of your lighter colors, right? Too many of your scenes don't have enough contrast, so you can't see the detail that you are putting into it. Okay, so yeah, round out the coin, make the coin a little bit thicker, and lighten up the background. And then yeah, here have the coin just move up when the balloon floats in from the bottom. And yeah, just work on one balloon, just getting the motion going.
I was also thinking about because it was about celebration, I was thinking about doing the confetti thing too.
Just work on the balloon.
Oh.
The motion of the balloon. Motion of the
Okay.
balloon. And then there's
I tried,
Crimson is the color of a flower, like a rose.
I tried to just make it be
Crimson is
just
the
rose
color of a
colored.
flower, like a rose. Is the color of a flower, like a rose.
yeah. See, this is visually I mean, way more easing. This should really ease in at the end, right? So have it more of a pop, nice long ease at the end. Okay, as far as the scaling up goes. But you did a great job, rendering the flower. Just and this scene is kind of high contrast, but you see how this scene not enough contrast.
Also, the balloons were made in Cinema 4D as well.
Okay, so put the balloon inside a subdivision surface object. So make it the child of a subdivision surface. Subdivision surface is one of the objects right along the top.
The balloon was the last minute thing we were trying to figure out how to make. I was going to either do it the 2D, but I thought the 3D would look a little more.
Yeah, but just in Cinema 4D, work on animating the balloon there. Okay. And I got Adrian's stuff here.
When it was made, it was worn by high-level officials, the imperial family, and even kabuki actors. When it was made, it was worn by high-level officials, the imperial family, and even kabuki actors.
This is cool, Adrian. So like a puppet theater kind of thing. I think that works. I would just make one here, and I feel like if these are going to bounce and move, then also these should bounce and move a little bit. But I like the zoom out. When you're doing this transition, put some radial blur on there that you can animate in and out in order to get that zoom blur effect. Or is there a separate zoom? No, radial blur. Let me say new comp from selection. And not spin, but zoom. There we go. And mount. There we go. Kind of like that. And so here, during this transition, right here, we want more of it happening here. So I'll say amount. I come back here, say 0.
And even kabuki actors.
And then back to 0.
Kabuki actors. And even kabuki actors. And even kabuki actors.
Yeah, that helps. You're not going to be able to get scale motion blur like that, but this helps a little bit. That's cool.
To the samurai, it is a color of warriors and symbolizes nobility and strength.
Okay,
So samurai-
that's the splitting here is cool, Adrian. This, you got to ease more on the swinging back and forth. I feel like those, you did a good job of at least keyframing back and forth, but those keyframes look like they're linear. They need to be eased. And then instead of saying the words nobility and strength, what symbols could you show us that would represent nobility and strength?
Blue is the color of serenity. The color blue is the world's favorite color. Blue is calming, relaxing, and gives the feeling of peace, but also the impression of authority. The blue color represents depression in American culture. The expression feeling blue is associated with sadness. Blue is the color of serenity. The color blue is the world's favorite color. Blue is calming, relaxing, and gives the feeling of peace, but also the impression of authority. The blue color represents depression in American culture. The expression feeling blue is associated with sadness.
Yeah, really good work, Fabio. There's a lot of really great stuff in here. Really good work here with these drips. You got the timing worked out really well for that.
The expression
Here, I feel like there's too many whooshes. Like this one, you need. I would overlap this with this, right? So this, as this one's scaling down, the other one is here scaling up, right? So that they kind of, it looks like they mix together. Here we can tell it's like one thing then the other thing. And if you did it just right and had one coming up while the other was going down, it would look more like they kind of swirled from one to the other. Right now it's definitely one thing and then the next thing. And so, but if this one was coming up while that one was going down. Yeah, so much great stuff here. This scene looks better. You got this populated a little bit more. This looks way better with like water and lands. That's great. The thing, as I'm watching it this time, that comes to mind is maybe putting a couple clouds in here to sort of create some depth. You could put a couple like behind buildings and then maybe one or two in front. And then that would help connect this scene to this scene, right? You sort of, clouds to clouds. You got the eyes of the bird animating. You got the bird flapping its wings. That's looking good. Fabio, what are you talking about? How should you do which part? The transition or the bird? The transition. So if I take and then the glow you're talking about, Fabio, is that in the glow is for the jellyfish? Is that the glow you're talking about? All right, let me do the transition here first, Fabio. So let's say this is rotating. And so I've got one rotating, then the other rotating. Let's do it a little bit like this. And so I'm going to fade this one out. To 0, and fade this one in. There we go. So even without the displace, we're getting a little bit of that. And now I'd bring in a turbulent displace, new adjustment layer. And in here, we'll go from 0 to a bunch. To 0 or 10. Well, I'm fading, I'm doing the spins at the same time. I'm doing the opacity, and then during the opacity shift, in fact, I'm going to make the opacity shifts shorter. I'm doing a ramping up and down of the turbulent displace. That's right here. So does that make sense, Fabio? Okay, good. Okay, and here, why don't you call in here so that I can see what you're talking about with the layers. Anybody stuck on anything right now? You guys good? You guys here in the room? Physically present people? Okay. Hey, Fabio. Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you. No. Nope, still not. Do I have everything on? Yeah. There we go. Now you're just really soft. Yeah, I'm turned up almost the whole way. Yeah, you're really quiet. Still super quiet. Is the gain like down on the mic? Come over. Settings.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, now we can hear you.
Yeah, I changed the microphone. I don't know why my microphone is not working. All right. Let's see here. Let me share the screen here.
So for the transition I was just showing you, if those are in two separate scenes, then I was doing it with two images. Pre-comp, you bring both scenes into another comp, and that way you can do that whole process going from one scene to the other scene.
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, turn down the chat or the stream while we're on the chat. Otherwise, gets weird.
So for the transition I was just showing you, if those are in two separate scenes, then I was doing it with two images. Pre-comp, bring both scenes into another comp, and that way you can do that whole process going from one scene to the other.
How do I turn it off?
Yeah, you can just close the window where you're watching the stream because that's being recorded. That you can go just. There we go. I think.
Let me share the.
You can hear me through the chat though, or through the call, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your entire.
Yeah, you can just close the window where you're watching the stream. That's being recorded.
All right. Is it better now?
I think so. I mean, I can still hear myself on this stream,
I
but
think it's because it's giving. Let me turn. If I close the window, is gonna end the.
now the call is separate from the stream. Like they're two.
Okay.
If I close the stream, yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah.
You know what? I think it's the.
I think so. I mean, I can still hear myself on the screen.
I have to turn the other one off. Hold on. Where is it?
Now the call is separate from the stream.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. I think it was coming back. Was a feedback from the YouTube.
We're in like a YouTube Inception situation here.
All right. Let me. Can you see my screen? Yes.
Yep.
Show you here. Okay. So. when you go here, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna change the. I'm gonna turn off the solder here. You see here, this square thing here, and all the everything that I put the effect on the layer with the glow effect. See here?
Yeah.
Turn into this black background that I don't know how to fix it.
Okay, so you put a glow on the building Illustrator file.
And I not really. Let me see. Hold on. I think it is. Yes, I did. Should I pre-compose that before I do?
No, I mean, I think we should just put a glow on an adjustment layer. So, I mean, take the glow off of here. Is it at this level, or is it then on the next level up?
Yeah, it is on the windows here that I made the windows, so I put on the windows. So I'm gonna take it out of the windows. They're separate in layers. So let me create a adjustment layer here, and then.
No, not there. We're gonna make the adjustment layer back up in the main.
Oh. Okay.
And then you're animating the glow.
Yes, I animated the glow. I kind of did a little blinking, flickering, and then it turns off and the flickering animation as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I don't think you really need that part of it. Yeah, let's just delete the glow out of here. Okay.
Leave it here.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Just delete it.
Okay.
Or I guess turn it off. Or whatever. That's fine. That's good. And let's see if you go back up now.
Here's that here. So I made. Where do I put it? Because it has a lot of things here.
Yeah, the adjustment layer affects everything below it, so I would just put it on the top. If you make
Top of everything.
yeah, if you make a new adjustment layer and put it on the top.
Whoops. I have to turn it off of all the other ones too. But oh, weird. Color blue is the world's. Everything turns on.
Okay, yeah, because you copied the keyframes there. I don't think you need the flickering.
No.
No, and if you go to the glow. Yeah, see in the glow where it says highlight only?
On the glow.
Yeah.
Is on my footage? No.
No, under, it's down about halfway. It says highlights only. It's a parameter right after fall off.
Oh, highlight only?
Yeah, dial that up. There you go. Right, so that's like a threshold, right? So it'll only apply the glow to the bright things, which is, I think, what you want here, right? To make it seem like the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I can animate that too. Or no, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think you need to
Yeah.
animate it. I mean, it looks cool as is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you added a cloud in here, that's what I was saying. Like, it would sort of
The
connect.
eye is glowing now. Oh, everything's glowing now. Oh, well, okay. I can.
You can just fade out the adjustment layer between
Mhm.
there and the scene with the bird flying.
Okay.
The only other thing that popped to mind when I was watching it is you got the bird looking around, you got the bird blinking, blurred blinking, a blur.
The bird blinking.
Yeah. If the feet of the bird are separate, when he accelerates to fly off the screen, have his feet move back.
You know, I checked on that. Yeah, the only problem was like I will have to work on the. I can work on the Illustrator, but when I was building the board, basically it has. Let me show you. Show you the board. Oh, good. Wait a second. Moment. Good. See, it has like a little gap. I will have to fix it.
Oh,
I have to go to there and use and complete the body.
yeah, I mean, you could just make a tiny shape right here. If you just grabbed the shape layer and you filled it in,
Uh-huh.
then you could fill in that shape.
Right here.
Yeah.
And then attach it to the okay.
Yeah, make it a child of the body. Yeah.
Try to the body. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And then pull the legs back, right?
Yeah, at that very last part, like right when it flies off past the cloud.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right there. I think the legs, would go back when it goes forward.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that made sense what I was doing with the transition for the other scene.
Yes, let me show you how it is here. That basically there are two scenes here and right here. Well, I can put the scene over here, and then do everything that you told me, and then I can put a little. The only thing that I will have to put on this scene here, or what I can do is click this part of the scene here, and pre-compose this part of the scene to make this transition on the last scene.
Yeah, that could work.
Okay.
Oh, and the one more thing I thought of is the chess piece faces don't blink. If you could just put in some blinks for those faces, they would seem more like characters and less like just inanimate objects.
On this one?
On the chess pieces, the king and the pawns and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Are the eyes separate on those?
Yeah. Just animate. No, I think the king is. Check. I think the king is. Yeah, the king is separate.
Okay, so all you need to do is just scale them. Yeah.
And the other one is oops. Yeah, the palm they are not. I will have to separate it. It's easy to separate. I have to go to it is all the Illustrator. I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do that.
And then where are you doing your motion blur? Is there a motion blur adjustment layer in the main comp, or what? How did you organize that?
I did on each each composition. I made this one here, to make the chess pieces. I did here.
So there's motion blur in that comp?
And yes, I put some motion blur on like in the balloons this is the transition balloon.
Mm-hmm.
So that is just on this layer, but most of the things that I put the motion blur was in each scene that I worked in. Like the giant balloon here.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had to put twice, I had to click it and continue the scene with the balloon right here.
Mm-hmm.
I put 2 motion blurs on this the main one, but the rest of all the scenes had all the motion blur where I need to have motion blur, like the blue. See here?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This one on the buildings I didn't do. I didn't put the motion blur because I don't know. Should I put some motion blur on that?
I mean,
These buildings here?
no, I think it's fine. And motion blur is going to give you directional blur, but it's not going to give you rotational blur, right?
Yeah.
So
Even when it scale up, maybe not. It's so fast that I'm probably not gonna even. It doesn't have any motion blur. See?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on this transition here, the one that you told me to, kind of blend out the last scene out of the boy, and put some blinking on the chest. And another thing, like I tried my best here. Oh, I don't have the legs. I'm gonna fix it. Here, see when the bird it moves a little bit, you cannot see when I had to put two birds here
Mm-hmm.
to transition
Mm-hmm.
to deattach it to that scene, to that background scene.
Yeah.
When it does a little it bothers me.
I never noticed it.
You didn't?
No.
Look, it does a little jump. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I can't even see it on the call. I'd have to play it back here.
It's a little offset thing. It gives a little bit offset out of the bird position, and it keeps flying. But I'm saying it bothers a little bit. Bothers me, but I don't know how to fix it. It's hard to when you have a rotation and you do like a linear animation out of that without get a little bit of the angle. I don't know how to. I couldn't find the right position.
I mean, I can notice it when I'm scrubbing back and forth here, but I mean, it's a bird. I would go along with if you can't cover it up, turn it up. And so I would just make it, dip down a little bit more, like birds do when they fly. They're not in a straight line. They're kind of doing this.
And I think it's because I have the wiggle effect on the bird.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I put a little wiggle.
Yeah. No, I mean, Fabio, that is that's unnoticeable. Like this is very. I can see it now, but yeah, that is tough. Like getting the rotational position to match up with the linear projection of the I mean, that's crazy. So, but it's totally unnoticeable. Like I especially for someone. I mean, I've seen it like 10 times now. You've seen it like a billion, but everyone else is going to be seeing it like one. So, yeah, that's really not a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna put a time on that. So okay, I will fix that part. That I'm gonna do the transition, the chess, blinking, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And so at the end here, I would leave the woman. It's such a great image. I would leave that on screen for a couple more seconds,
Okay.
and the water could fill up much slower, I think.
Okay.
And then here, animation Fabio Bruzzese. How do you say your last name?
Bruzzese.
Bruzzese? Okay, yeah, it's pretty close.
Mm-hmm. You said right.
Yeah, no, there's some guys on American Ninja Warrior who had that name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It has the one. What what is the? It is the drummer, and I forgot his first name. His name is Bruzzese too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've heard that before. Yeah.
He lives in Florida.
Yeah, I mean it's a common Brazilian last name.
No, this is Italian.
Oh, okay.
It's not common in Brazil.
Okay.
I think maybe it's a common name in Italy, but not in Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah, I researched some of them and have a couple of Bruzzes here in the United States.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow down this water coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes up with the animation Fabio Bruzzese on the blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And this you have a soundtrack now, right?
Yes. This is from a website that I got. It is a Creative Commons. How do I say?
Creative Commons.
Commons. All right, and it is here. I'll show you. This guy here. There's Audionautics, and then you just have to provide credit. I'm gonna put the credit on the video, or just the name of his name, or on the credits of the when I post on Vimeo.
Yeah, just in the description. You don't need to put it on the video.
Put the name of the song at least, or no?
Whatever they ask for, yeah, like the name of the song and the composer, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it has a little.
And then this part here, you're not. This is just the compression, right? You didn't put these lines here, right?
Put what? No, this is the effect. It's part of the effect.
Okay, it's part of the effect. Okay.
Yeah, and it is. Let me show you. This is the intro. And this is the effect that I'm using here. Oops. What is that? Okay, transition. Shape layer. Solid. I put the this trap code. It's a mirror.
Yeah, I think mirror. I'm not totally sure.
Yeah, it's mirror. So I played around the effect, and then I got.
What does it look like when you turn that effect off?
Like this.
Oh, okay, I see.
Because I put a shape, like a solid shape here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I made it grow with the tonal, and I with the glow on it.
Okay, yeah, cool. That works. That's good.
And it follows up with the and then I make it like do a little. It fades out, and then I used that as a transition. gonna change that. And the bird, the legs of the bird too. Oh yeah, you told me about the bird, the legs.
Yeah.
Do it here too? Do you think it would be cool to do it here, or doing a little wobbling thing? With
Yeah, at the bird legs, we're just sort of, doing this, and then when it goes faster, then they go back more.
Okay.
Just sort of hang in there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna work on that. Cool.
This scene here, I feel like the background color kind of clashes with what's going on. You could use that off-white for the background here. I think that would be better.
Which off white?
The same one you used in the last scene.
You talk about the this part here.
No, the same color that's in the background for the scene with the crying woman.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, use that as the background in the chess scene.
On the chest too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it sounds like a little. It looks like a little weird, that part of the.
Yeah, I feel like that background color just is fighting the foreground stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna change that in the background. And, cool. We're gonna work on these eyes, separate that on Illustrator, and do like little animate that blinking.
Yeah.
eyes.
Yep.
Okay. Should I like make a little blink like a scale in and out, or
Yeah, I think if you just take the whole eye and you just scale it down and back up,
Okay.
that's really all it needs. And very fast, maybe 3 or 4 frames down and back up. Blink should be
Yeah.
very, very quick.
I just animated the mustache and the eyebrows a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you have the king popping up. If the crown is separate, it'd be good if the crown sort of popped up and then back down onto his head as he's
Okay.
popping up.
Yeah,
Well-
it is separate. I just couldn't. I was going to do something. I was going to put the crown to slide down, but I said, well, the head is really rounded. So it would be weird. So yeah, like when it pops up, just a little up and down.
Exactly, like the crown keeps going up and then settles down on his head.
And do a little. I can do a little rebouncing on it.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if it needs too much bounce, but definitely like that first up and down.
Okay. Sounds cool to do it. Yeah, and you're right, because it's blending the crown here too. You cannot see pretty cool the
Yeah, the background of yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, these are just small details, but I think just bringing it across the finish line here.
Okay. I will work on that. Do you wanna I send you this or send for the next assignment?
Yeah, just put it in the one for Wednesday, and we'll look at it again on Wednesday.
On this Wednesday?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because coming up Monday, a week from today is our last day. We'll watch the finals.
Okay. Are we gonna build the reel, or are we not gonna have time for that?
Yeah, I thought I put that up, didn't I?
I don't know. The last time that I saw it was just the project.
Let me look.
But it was last week too. It was on Friday. I got enrolled at ART 200.
Okay, that got processed finally. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you for helping me with that. Should I do anything with the face? Because basically he's just like here he's just a little cartoon, like a little clip art, or I don't know. I couldn't imagine anything to do because he's just with the eyes closed and everything like that. I don't know if I should move something on that or leave it like that.
Yeah, it didn't really strike me as much of an opportunity to do much there. It's so fast. So.
Yeah, I liked the fact that when you do the when I do the spiral effect on it, it kind of like goes around, like it distorts his head, and then seems like I have the feeling like it's a little sad thing, you know, and he's dipping. See here.
Yeah. Yeah, and that'll sort of swirl together with the other image. You know, so it'll look like it's kind of, you know, one is transitioning to the other.
Okay. Cool. And leave and put a little bit more time. How is there a limit of time for the animation? 45 seconds or something like that, or we can.
No,
start?
there's no time limit.
Okay. So I was keeping in 45 seconds, but so I'm gonna extend a little bit and give him more time to breathe.
At the end, yeah.
The other animations breathe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, now it was, it's published. This is the wrong thing. Yeah, so the second draft of the reel with all the other things is up for one day. It says motion graphics reel second draft.
Cool. Yeah, the tiers here I did with like I got frame by frame, and I draw the on After Effects, like here. I made one shape layer and I animated that. What is that? I can't see it. And I animated a path.
Yeah, that looks really good. Those look great.
And I just multiplied the rest and offset all of them here. Probably I'm gonna put more when I let her a little bit more time on the screen.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. But
Okay.
it looks great. It looks great. It's really coming together.
Thank you. All right.
Cool. All right. Well, upload the other ones for Wednesday. You know, if you get time to make the changes, and then we can, you know, just check it out then.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Caitlin, you need any help? You good? Nick, what are you doing? Oh, did you round it out?
Yeah. I was thinking, or when you said the big game movie, after the associated, still seeing, because I had that group because it just peeled up. So before you could just say, that going, just
turn it out, you got it grounded out, that's on there. That's good. So yeah, just render this out. And then when you bring it into After Effects, this part will be black, but it'll be transparent. So you can put whatever color you want just yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. How's yours going? Good? Mm-hmm. No, it's not a sequence, it's just one image. And so you want that as composition. Yeah, now it's. It's composition, not footage. If you want individual layers, because now you can really make it flat.
Yeah.
Yep.